What if Eula wasn't all physical? Hi.
Look at this dude.
Hey, it's been a while since my last face video. What's up guys, it's your favorite RR con here, Strife. And this video will be kind of like a sequel to the Cryo Beidou one from a few months back. Except backwards. Cause you know me, I played the game wrong on purpose for your entertainment. What's the meta after all, am I right? With Inazuma right around the corner, Mihoyo decided to buff Electro, or else they'd have another 1.1 Zhongli situation all over again. With these buffs, Electro is no longer the worst playable element in the game anymore. What do you mean Dendro was? It's not like they ever had any playable characters for the last 9 months or something. I'll be going over how to convert your Eula into an Electro damage machine. Well, kinda. Spoilers, I won't be doing that since an Electro version of Popsicle Inhaler and C6 upvote button doesn't exist. Without further ado, let's get into our Eula's artifacts. So I kinda lied when I said we were gonna convert Eula into Electro, because I needed a strong hook for my video, since my channel's actually dying. Like bro, only 4% of y'all are actually subscribed. What are the rest of y'all doing? But don't click off yet. So instead of Electro, we'll be using Eula as the primary beneficiary of Superconduct's physical damage debuff on enemies. So we'll be running the 4-piece Thunder Soother set for its increased damage against Electro-inflicted enemies. And an alternate build is the 4-piece Pale Flame set, which I will showcase too in the demonstration portion of this video. I'm gonna skip talking about her talents and constellations here, but if you want a full analysis on them, check out this video right here, links in the description. And now we'll go into what makes this an Electro comp, the team. To make this an Electro plus Superconduct team, we're gonna need characters who can produce sustained Electro damage onto your enemies. So no-brainer is Professional Mountain Climber, since she's the only Electro Catalyst user in the game. For now, I will have you. She'll be our burst support along with defense debuffer. Another good option is Chunibyo Demo Koigashitai, since Aerosmith can remain on the field when switching characters, and together they will provide the team with long-lasting Electro damage in the form of a bird Gatling gun. And finally, you can't have a Strife video without Best Girl being in it. She'll also be our burst support along with Electro Resistance debuffer. And with this, we have Electro Elemental Resonance, which will really help out Lisa and Beidou's high energy costs on their Qs. Now, we can get into the rest of the team. Starting with Rika, I'm going to be running a 4-piece Thundering Fury set with a focus on Elemental Mastery, and this will really bolster the team's Superconduct damage along with aiding Eula. For weapons, I'm running a maxed out Stringless for its EM substat and Elemental Skill damage passive, and this helps total Fischl's EM to 660, which is pretty high. And another weapon alternative is a Sacrificial Bow, which would really improve the team's consistency in terms of Electro damage output, since Oz's exit off the battlefield does have 15 seconds of downtime. Plus it's worth noting that Sac Bow on Fischl has an extremely high chance to reload, since Oz has such a high hit count, so you just need to make sure to have Amy out in the field to have this proc. For talents, you only need to worry about leveling her E, since we need Oz to deal as much damage as he can. It has a base duration of 10 seconds and is on a 25-second cooldown. And her Q will be pretty useful as well, but it isn't worth leveling as high, since it can basically reset her E and have Oz out in the field when your E is on cooldown. I know it's on a 60 cost, but since we have Electro Elemental Resonance, spamming this becomes a lot easier. And for passives, make sure to have your Fish leveled to at least 4th Ascension for its increased damage from her second passive. For constellations, mine is C6, and the important ones to have are C2, C3, and C6. C2 has her E deal an additional 200% attack as damage, and increases the AoE by 50%. C3 increases your E level by 3, and in turn makes it stronger. And C6 extends Oz's uptime duration by 2 seconds, and deals 30% of Fischl's attack as Electro damage, and this constellation is really game changing in these words right here. Additionally, Oz can perform a joint attack with your active character when present, which means he will shoot at the same speed as your active character's attack speed. Since Eula is the fastest base attack speed in the game, for any Claymore users at least, this will get some good mileage out of it. Next, we'll talk about the RRR Librarian. She's running a 4-piece Noblesse Oblige set, since we'll be only using her for a Q, and this will just make the team stronger overall. Moving on to weapons, she's running a maxed out Sacrificial Fragments purely for its EM substat. And for talents, like I said earlier, only focus on Q for leveling, which has a duration of 15 seconds and is on an 80 cost. For passives, make sure she's also leveled to at least 4th Ascension for its 15% defense downtime to her Q. For constellations, I have C0 because this game hates me, but the important ones are C3 and C4. C3 increases her level by her Q, blah blah blah, and C4 allows her Q to hit more enemies at once. C6 is nice too since it just bolsters her damage overall, but be honest, how many of you guys actually have C6 Lisa? And finally we have the best girl in the entire game. I've talked about her build, talents, constellations, weapons in at least 47 videos already, so I'll just speed through it. Weapons, I'm running Wolf's Gravestone for his giant attack buff, but Sacrificial works for this team too. For talents, her Q lasts for 15 seconds and deals electro damage onto nearby enemies when attacking, and is also on an 80 cost. Constellations, C2, more electro targets hit. C5, Q up 3 levels. And C6, electro resist down by 15% when Q. And time. Now that we know how this team's mechanics work, let's get into how to set up Eula from this to this. First, start with Eula and slap your enemy with your tap E to inflict cryo. Next, switch to Beidou and pop her Q for it to inflict superconduct and to reduce your enemy's electro resistance. Next, switch to Lisa and pop her Q as well to decrease your enemy's defense. Next, switch to Fischl and tap E to summon Oz for electro damage. And switch back to Eula and E again for more superconduct. And then use her Q to inflict more superconduct and to deploy the sword bomb. And finally, use her hold E to inflict even more superconduct. And start using your autos on an extremely debuffed enemy until it's dead. There you have it. Not the most complicated setup compared to Sucrose comps, but yeah, you know the drill. I play epic music over a montage of gameplay, and you watch and enjoy. Well, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments if you're going to try out Electro Eula. Before I end the video, I want to let you all know that I stream over at twitch.tv/realstrife, and we've been having a great time over there. So pop in and hang out with me, it's really chill. And also don't forget to join the Discord server, links in the description. We've got neat emotes. And finally, I'm going to make an announcement. I will be C6ing Raiden Shogun Baal on release, and also triple crowning her as well. I'll be doing this over on stream over at Twitch, and there's also going to be a Ball Simp TM video as well, so look forward to that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and that's it. Bye.